Are looking at obviously the white car being chased right now. You're watching the Fox 10 News Now stream, part of fox10phoenix.com. Welcome everybody to the Fox 10 News Now stream, part of fox10phoenix.com. We are in a breaking news alert for you right now. We appreciate everybody watching live from around the world right now. As you can see, car is reaching some high rate of speed. So what we're going to say is viewer discretion is advised. You just don't know how these things could end, and we don't want you to be watching something that may frighten you a little bit later on in the stream if it unfortunately goes that direction. But we're hoping that this chase will end in a peaceful manner and that no innocent people are hurt there on the roadways. There are so many times with these police chases, the people driving really don't know that maybe a police chase is going on. They just see maybe a car driving a little erratically and not sure exactly what is going on, because it's not like the movies where the police are right behind the vehicle here. A lot of the times the police give some distance because they know already that this suspect is in a wild card situation and they don't know exactly what this person will do. They don't want to scare them any more than they already are and do something very erratic that could potentially hurt innocent people there on the roadways. So you're watching live right now, everybody, and thanks to everyone watching on Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live as well. We continue to provide you with breaking news updates from around the country. This is happening in LA County, just southwest of downtown LA right now, and we are watching this very closely as this white vehicle is going in and out of lanes, driving very erratically. We'll see how this all shapes up. We don't know the reason why the suspect is on the run, but you can see he's encountering some traffic right now and is trying to zigzag in and out. Oh, here we go. Just now the police are very close behind. So we are seeing exactly what could happen during a chase like this. Police trying their best to stop the suspect now before things could get potentially out of hand. Once again, folks, viewer discretion is advised as we get a little bit closer maybe to a possible end. You just don't know how they are going to end. You don't know if it's going to be a shootout or if the suspect will just end it peacefully and go quietly with an arrest. But you just don't know at this moment. All right, now I'm joined by our very own Ron Hoon to join the coverage here, and we're taking a look at a police chase here in LA County.
Yeah, well, I was sort of hoping when we got to that squeeze-through point a minute ago that maybe things would come to an end. All it takes is one driver to just kind of twist that wheel just a little bit.
Yes, you know it.
But I guess we should leave the pit maneuvers to the professionals.
There you go. And this suspect has been just zigzagging in and out of lanes and now is getting off the highway here, so let's see what's going to happen here.
Oh, stop sticks. Good. It looked like it worked, too. Oh, look, you
Yeah,
can see already
yeah,
his
it's
driving's
already-
getting a little wobbly.
It's already wobbly a little bit.
Yeah, that may get the job done.
That suspect went right into that trap there, set perfectly by the police.
Think about how amazing that is, that they probably had officers already set for the, who knows, the next 5 freeway exits, because
Sure.
you don't know which exit he's going to take. But boy, it looked like it worked. It looked like those stop sticks worked. And once they get to driving on the rims,
Yeah,
it usually wraps up
how
pretty
fast
quickly.
do you think, Ron, from the time they get the stop sticks to the point? Oh, here
Here
comes
we
the
go.
pit maneuver.
Pit maneuver.
Beautiful.
Nice. Oh, even avoided that truck. Look, they're not gonna. They're gonna go ahead. And
Okay, viewer discretion is advised, folks. We just don't know what the suspect might do here.
Just, yep. You can see they are weapons drawn and shouting
Sure.
commands.
You know, at this point,
I don't know what it is about Southern California why we see them there so often.
I know.
There, the door flings open.
Okay.
The guy finally realizes it.
yeah, I can't go anywhere now. And hands are up. We don't know the reason why the suspect was on the run in the first place here, but those details will come out later.
Yep. Yeah, looks like he's fully compliant.
There we go. Ron, before that pit maneuver, I was going to ask you, just
Yeah.
From the moment they hit the stop sticks,
Yes.
how long would they have until the car would be not
You know,
functional?
It's been my experience that you can see within a matter of seconds that they're starting to lose the functionality of the steering mechanism on the vehicle, and so generally, I wouldn't even think you could last 5 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
because it just gets tougher and tougher when you're driving on the rims. Of course, these guys can do crazy things, but it looks like this one's going to have a successful ending. So often we find out these are stolen vehicles, you know?
Sure.
Either that or somebody's trying to escape a crime scene.
Yes.
You know, somebody pulled a heist. Or, you know, they didn't want to get pulled over because there was a warrant out for their arrest or
Yes.
something along those lines. It all started with a traffic stop. So generally, it's one of those three, and it looks like in this case, all's well that ends well, as they're getting that guy back in the back of the squad car.
Yeah, a great job by the police. I just can't imagine, you know, they're already dealing with a suspect that is a known wild card situation where, you know, if they're going to steal something,
Yeah.
what else are they going to do?
Think
You know,
about-
it's just that's scary for the police. They don't know what this person's going to do once they walk out of that car.
Think about the pressure our officers are under nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, we see people who protest the police at almost every turn. We see instances where an officer who was simply trying to do his job in Denver, and he's a transit officer, for goodness
Mm-hmm.
sakes, just trying to keep things safe on the transit lines. Somebody walks up and ambushes him and guns him down. Every officer that I've ever known, they put that uniform on every day knowing full well the risks they face, and in an increasingly violent world, and yet they do it because they really are dedicated to the whole proposition that you are there to, you know, it's you that keeps the community safe.
Absolutely.
And so this is a situation when those tense moments, and you're first you're doing the pit maneuver. You don't know at that point when you're doing the pit maneuver, is the guy armed?
Yes.
And then secondly, when that door first flings open, you know, you've got to have your hand right on the trigger there, and it's remarkable
And
the
it's not like
restraint that they show.
Oh, sure. And it's
Yep.
not like the movies where there's these long, you know, situations where the guns are drawn and they're both drawn. I mean, it could happen in seconds, something where they have to make
Yes.
that split-second decision.
Yes, I know it.
So
I
I don't know
just-
how they do it.
I just saw a movie chase scene the other day where I saw it end in a way, and it's a movie, but I saw it end in a way that I had never seen before. It was that Jack Reacher movie,
Oh, okay.
the original one, where there was a big police chase, and the guy who was starring in the movie put it into gear and then walked away because he had eluded, just for a moment, the coverage. And he walked away, and the vehicle just kept going.
Ah.
And he blended into the crowd. You wonder, with true criminals, kind of how the mind is working.
Sure.
Because they have to know how it ends. This is the way it always ends.
Yeah.
Right?
I think in their minds,
99% of the time.
I think what they're thinking in their minds, they know eventually they're going to get busted, but they're just trying to extend their last moments of freedom. So
Sure.
if it's for another
Yep.
10, 15, 20 minutes, but unfortunately, they're putting so many other lives at risk.
Right. That's such a great point. And you just wonder,
They're very selfish.
yeah, you wonder why we don't see more of these, stop before they even start. I guess in the media, we probably have to do a better job of the follow-up to say, this guy, how many laws do they want to write him up for?
Sure.
He actually managed to get out of this with his life intact. But just think about, how many violations he committed over the course of this thing. And I think what we don't do enough in the media is come back 9 months later, 6 months later, however long it takes to work through the court process, and say, hey, just to follow up, that guy got 5 years of hard time. Something like that.
That's
Because
very
then
true.
Then maybe it would deter a few more people from either going on joy rides or doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah, that's right. We never hear the follow-up to see how
Right.
many years these people get.
Yes. Yeah.